Hello, this is Stephen Keppel, and for this week's Market Wrap, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm joined by Jordan Fabian via Skype, who's in DC. Jordan, how are things going in Washington?
Things are going great. How are things in Miami, Stephen?
Very good, very nice. The big news of the day is the February jobs report. Came out this morning. It showed that the economy added 227,000 new jobs in February. The unemployment rate was unchanged at 8.3%. Mainly as more people entered the labor force looking for work. Generally a positive report. We also saw that the unemployment rate for Latinos went up slightly to 10.7%. This is mainly, again, as more Latinos started looking for work. Sentiment about the economy seems to be a little bit better, but these rates are still high. What are the political implications for this jobs report?
Well, Stephen, obviously, if we were in a full recovery, we'd have a more robust jobs report. But in context, this is a good report for the president. It's the third straight month where 200,000 jobs or more have been added to the economy. The unemployment rate is staying steady because more workers are trying to enter the labor force, not leaving the labor force. So these are positive signs for the president. We've seen his approval rating tick up over the last 3 months as the employment situation has gotten better.
Mm-hmm. And what does this mean for the campaign trail, particularly the Republican race?
Well, the Republicans have used jobs in the economy to hit President Obama and Democrats over the last 3 years. They did it to great success in the 2010 midterm elections. With this issue getting better for President Obama, it could disarm some of the arguments coming from the Republicans. And in terms of Latino votes, Stephen, we're seeing, even though the community's been incredibly hard hit by the economy, they're not blaming the president. 66% of Latino voters still blame President Bush for the poor economic conditions. So even though there's been really hard times in the Latino community, we haven't seen that reverberate back onto this incumbent president.
Mm-hmm. As you mentioned, this is the third straight month of 200,000 plus new jobs being added. I think the average is about 250,000 each month since December. If it continues at this pace, many projections show the unemployment rate, getting closer to 7%, 7.5%. Is there a magic number for President Obama that he needs to get to by November elections?
I wouldn't say there's a magic number, but to put the numbers in context, when President Ronald Reagan was elected in 1980, the unemployment rate was about 7.3, 7.4%. So I think if President Obama sees the unemployment rate break that 8% barrier and get into the 7% range, it's going to be a big success for him. The unemployment rate's a big psychological indicator of how the economy is doing. I think voters follow it closely, as well as politicians here in D.C. So if that happens, it could be really good news for him. But at the same time, we've seen projections that GDP growth might not sustain at the rate it is, and if things get worse, there could be some bad headlines for Obama come November.
Yeah, we'll see how things go over the next few months. It'll be interesting to see if this positive trend continues. Overall, a good report. Thanks very much, Jordan. Great talking to you, and stay tuned to Univision News on Tumblr and Twitter for more updates on jobs in the economy throughout the day. Thanks very much.